I don't think we did. No. Well, we'll do it in 13. Guys, welcome back to the show. Are we doing the intro?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Down With The Show, featuring this legend.
Yes.
And this legend,
Steve.
Mr. Stevie Rollins, back in the house.
Welcome, Steve.
Episode 13. 13.
Unlucky for some, but not
13. The age my sister lost her virginity. Little fact for you.
Oh, she'll thank you for that one.
You're welcome, Steph. I love you.
Do you know Mike was 12?
What?
Yeah. It's a bit freaky, really.
Oh,
Well, it is
Jesus.
Wales.
How old was the sheep?
I think Shirley was 12.
Now, last episode,
Yeah.
I told you about my drug dealer story.
Oh, you did.
This episode, I'm going to tell you about the day I spent in prison.
Oh, I need to hear this.
Now, there's a bit of context, a backstory to this
Is it
one.
real?
Yeah, 100% real.
Oh my
I swear to
God.
God. I've got multiple sources who can confirm this. Right? So, context is, again, I'm in my blue Citroen Saxo. I'm 21.
A fucking
Get a
Citroen
Saxo.
Saxo.
That's my favourite car, right? We went through a lot. So I'm 21, 22, right? I think I'm 21. And I've just moved from Gravesend. So I went to Eastbourne when I was 19. Then I moved up to Gravesend, Battle, then Gravesend. And then I got a job at Toshiba in Weybridge when I was 21, right? So I'm still in my blue little Citroen Saxo. Now, if you don't know what a Citroen Saxo VTR is, it's a little sports racer car back in the day, 20 odd years ago. It was 20 years ago. And they were 1.6, right?
Oh,
They're not turboed. That was the VTS. The VTR was just a 8-valve 1.6, but it was slightly revved up and stuff, right? So I had like a little exhaust on it, a little filter on it.
So it made a little noise.
It was lovely.
Your neighbours loved you at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I had no neighbours. I was homeless. Thanks for reminding me about it.
Little tiny violin coming out.
Brilliant. Nice one.
So, I'm driving to work. Now, my commute was 3 miles, right, from Walton-on-Thames to Weybridge. But those 3 miles took me 45 minutes. Because I had to drive past 2 schools at 7 in the morning, right? Absolutely fucking nightmare, right? So it's a wet morning. It's a wet. Well, I did sometimes. I jogged sometimes. I rode the bike sometimes. But this particular occasion, I was driving, and it was wet on the floor. And the VTR, Citroen Saxo VTR, is a front wheel drive.
Right.
So there's a lot of power in the front wheels. When it's a little bit damp, sometimes in first it spins a little bit, and then you have to knock it into second and go on, right? But I've been driving this car for years. I knew it off the back of my hand. I knew exactly how to treat it, and I'd never crashed ever. Still haven't to this day. Got 15, 16 years, no claims bonus, and I'm a great driver. And so I'm driving past the school, and I'm stuck in front of this woman who's got kids in the car, and then she's trying to find a place to park outside the second school. Right, so I'm 40 minutes into my journey, right, and I'm stuck behind this girl. She's doing literally 3 miles an hour. I'm in first gear, foot's off the pedal, and I'm just kind of crawling, and she's looking for a parking space, right? 20 minutes this goes on for.
What?
20 minutes I'm stuck behind this woman because the road's so narrow you couldn't overtake.
Oh
so I had to wait for her to find space and pull in, right? She's doing that thing where she's just sitting there with the hazards on waiting for someone to get in the car, causing traffic fucking chaos. Absolute chaos. Anyway, after 20 minutes, she eventually pulls in and I go to accelerate it because I'm still in first. As I accelerate, there's a little spin and then I knock it into second and I carry on, right? And I'm talking less than a second of spin. Less than a second. I immediately realise I've got no traction, knock into second, and I pull away. I'm outside of school. I'm not speeding. I'm not that dude. Right? And I continue down the road just along my business. Now, at the time, I didn't know this, but there was a dude dropping off his kids, and he saw the wheel spin, and for some reason lost his shit.
No.
He decided to get into his car and follow me down the road. But I didn't see this. He was walking. I'm still driving down the road. I've got my music on and whatnot. Anyway, there's traffic at the junction, so I'm waiting in the traffic, and then all of a sudden, this car hits the side of my car, my driver's door, rams into the side of it.
Rammed into your car?
Rams into the side of it. Now, initially, because I didn't know what this dude was doing, I thought there was a crash because coincidentally it was opposite a junction, a cul-de-sac of houses.
So he purposely smashed into the side of it?
So first of all, I think that the guy's just gone over the junction and hit me as an accident, and as the the car's hit me and I can see him just there. And I'm like, Jesus, are you okay? I'm like, are you okay? And he responds with, you fucking cunt, you fucking dickhead, I'm going to fucking kill you. And at that point I realised, okay, the situation isn't what I thought it would be. I can now do something about this. This guy has rammed me on purpose. He's tried to fucking kill me. Right, the door was dented, the front wheel was taken off, full on crash, right?
Full on smashed into you.
Full on wrote the car off. I had to get it all sorted. Absolute nightmare, right? So at this point, I've seen red because I'm now like, oh, this guy wanted to fucking kill me.
Yeah,
he was after me, right?
Yeah.
So he gets out the car and comes walking towards me. That's my cue, because if you don't know the law, as soon as you get out of the car, you're the aggressor. You've always got to wait for the other person to get out of the car. As soon as the other person gets out of the car, it's open season, you can defend yourself. So he got out of the car, he made his way to me, I immediately got out of the car, and as soon as I saw him, I fucking just smacked him.
Yeah.
I just fucking hit him.
Well, you're bound to. He's just rammed you off the fucking road.
I just lost it, right? I fucking hit him. He gets on he falls down on the ground, and his glasses are broken, and he tries to get back up again.
How old was this dude?
40 odd at the time, and I'm 21. So he's getting back up off the ground. He picks his glasses up, and then his tune changed. Now I'm the attacker. Don't hit me! I'm scared for my life. Don't hit me! And there's parents walking their kids to the school on the opposite side of the road. Oh yeah. So
oh my God.
So I immediately calmed down. Right, I've diffused the situation. I know the deal. He wasn't going to be any more aggressive, right? So I pull the car up onto the side. He parks his car up on the side. He stays in his car and he phones the police. His phone out, and I see him go da 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 like this, and then he starts going, "I need the police," because the window's like, "I need the police. I've been attacked." So I'm like,
He just rammed you off the fucking road.
This motherfucker, right? So I get my phone out. I phone the police. I've just had someone drive into me. I'm all cool, calm, collected. There's two ladies walking their kids to school. They get their phone out and phone the police as well, right? So there's 3 different police phone calls from 3 different people about the same altercation.
But
right?
obviously 3 different views.
Correct. 6 police vans turn up.
Oh no!
Right? 6 police vans turn up. Right?
That's not going to happen these days. Is it?
No, you'd be lucky if you get one.
So
after about 6 hours,
so go on.
you get the local special constable after about 6 hours
On his push bike.
Semi-retired. Yeah. So I see the vans coming down, but because there's so much school traffic, it takes them like 10-15 minutes to get. In this time, I'm talking to the 2 mums who have. The 2 mums who are talking. They were lovely, right? Really nice. Cool. They saw him ram into me.
Yeah.
They saw him get out swearing and effing and jeffing.
Yeah.
And they saw me punch him. Right. However, they were very specific, and they said on several occasions, they said, "Oh, we saw you push him over.
Oh,
We saw you push him over."
punch.
Well,
Right?
not punch.
They said it 3 or 4
Helping
times.
you out.
So I'm like,
Nice.
right, okay.
Okay, you pushed him over.
Thanks for the heads up. Appreciate it. Right. Anyway, the police come. A couple of vans go
Did
to
you
him.
get a date with either one of these
No.
women? You fucking wasted that opportunity.
Yeah, I went back to those and fucked them both. So there's a couple of police officers talking to him, a couple of police officers talking to me, and there's a couple of police officers talking to the girls. But I'm right next to the girls, so there's a small segregation. Anyway, he is hysterical. Right,
no.
He's jumping, he's screaming, "Arrest that man! He's violently attacked me!" and all this utter nonsense, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just standing there, cool, calm, collected, just telling them what happened, and they're writing it down on their piece of paper, right? And the lady, I can overhear the ladies going, "Yeah, well, this guy just rammed this other guy, and the other guy got out to try and hurt this man, and he pushed him over to defend himself.
Yeah.
And as he was getting up, he broke his glasses." So I'm hearing this, right?
So that's what you're saying.
He's fucking hysterical, right? So the chief constable, whatever, the guy in charge, he goes over to take his statement, takes the girl's statement, and then he comes over to me and he goes, "Listen up. He is saying this, and they are saying this, right? He is saying that you viciously attacked him after he accidentally hit your car because it was wet. They are saying that you defended yourself and pushed him over to prevent him from attacking you, and when he got up, he broke his glasses.
Yeah.
Which one is true?"
Oh,
So now the police are on my side, right? So I'm like, the girls are telling the absolute truth. And he goes, "Can I see your knuckles, please?"
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Yeah, of course you can." So I put my hands like this. This one's clear. This one's got slightly red bruising on it. And he goes, how did you get out of your car? Because the door's like bent and broken. I was like, I had to push it over. And he goes, did you hurt your hand when you got out of the car? And I went,
yes, I did.
Yes.
actually, I did. How did you know? Right? So it's working out in my favour, and rightly fucking so. This dude fucking tried to cause me harm.
He did that.
So the police officer goes, great, we're going to arrest him for dangerous driving and intent to cause harm. And we're going to take you in for a full statement, but also there might be a disturbing the peace order that we'll have to discuss as well, right? Because there was an altercation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, not a problem at all. So they said, could you come with us to the station? I couldn't drive because I couldn't follow him. So they said, get in the back of the van, mate, and we'll give you a lift. I was like, brilliant. No cuffs, no nothing. It was all fine. They handcuff him behind his back.
Oh, nice.
Did they put you in the same van?
No. They put him in well, there was the car there as well. They put him in the back of the car. They had to bend his head down.
Oh,
get the full works.
Don't hit your head, son.
The full works. And they let me phone my boss on the way. So this is how I can corroborate it. And it's like 9 o'clock in the morning by this point, by the time we've all got off to the station. So I phoned my boss. I'm like, Chris, mate, I'm going to be late. And he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, you're not going to believe this. I've been arrested.
I can believe
I've got to go to the station. And he was like, oh, it's just another Monday. Fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So get to the station and they process us into the custody and they put us both in a cell, right? And before I go into the cell, he goes, look, we've got to wait for the chief officer, whatever the title was, because he does the interviews and he's not in until a bit later. So if you just wait in this cell for us, just for our protection and yours, as soon as he's here, we'll process your investigation. I was like, fantastic. Great service. Great service. Yeah. Fluid, smooth, no hiccups. Great. So I'm in this cell.
How long were you there?
9 hours. 6:30 p.m. he comes into work.
Oh, mate.
Right. So
had they fed you at that point?
They gave me a tuna mayonnaise cucumber sandwich.
Sounds really decent.
With an apple.
Decent.
And a sheet of newspaper to read.
A sheet.
One sheet.
Singular.
One sheet.
One sheet.
A sheet of newspaper.
One sheet of newspaper. I had my shoes and socks taken off me. I had my watch and everything taken off me. And I'm in this cell, and it's obviously a small holding police cell, concrete walls and everything. There's a metal toilet in the corner.
Oh, proper cell.
Right, no seat, no toilet paper.
But
I had to request that.
Arrest, so you weren't under arrest.
Well, there was this disturbing the peace thing.
Okay.
Right? So technically, I was being withheld in custody.
Okay.
Right. So there's a metal framed bed with a tiny blue sheet of foam type washable thing, and this tiny foam pillow to lay down.
It was only 4 foot long as well.
Yeah. And there's this.
I'd have been fine.
There's this kind of like, I don't know, 6 inch by 6 inch window, which is concrete surrounded with reinforcement on it and all sorts.
Mate, I'd have had anxiety beyond belief.
So an hour goes past and I'm getting a bit bored. I'm like, I can do an hour. It's not
what
a problem.
do you mean an hour? Like 10 minutes you'd have got bored.
Yeah. An hour goes past. I knock on the door. I'm like, hello, mate. Is what's the score?
Yeah.
What's going on? It's not here yet. It'll be in a bit later. And I was like, how much later? He goes, I don't know.
So they had you there from 9 o'clock till he came in at 6.
6:30. Yeah. 9.5 hours. Right.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So no, it's not. It's 10.5 hours. No, it's not. It's 9.5 hours. And 2 hours go past. 3 hours go past, and they come and they give me a sandwich and an apple.
That's not enough for you, though.
And of course not. No. And then 4 hours go past, 5 hours go past, and every hour I'm knocking, I'm getting more and more angry because I shouldn't be here. I wasn't the one that committed the crime.
I got shit to do.
Oh God, it was very annoying. Anyway, 6:30 turns up and I'm tamping. Right, I'm fuming at this point. The officer sits down and I go, mate, I've been in here 9 hours. What is going on? And he was like, why didn't they process it earlier? And I was like, because we're waiting for you, mate. Like, what's going on here? And he was like, okay, we'll do the interview now. So they've interviewed him. They've interviewed me. They've charged him with dangerous driving, intent to cause harm.
Wow.
He had to go to court and all that. And they gave me a disturbing...
Remember his name?
No.
Oh,
they gave me a disturbing the peace order because there was an altercation, and he was claiming that I punched him, and the girls were claiming I pushed him. So they kind of just like, the truth's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So I had this temporary disturbing the peace thing on for 2 years, and then it was taken off my account or whatever it's called. And 9 hours in a cell.
Oh my God, I couldn't do it.
We were watching the Andrew Tate stuff, and he's just done 96 days or something he's done.
He was there before Christmas and he just got out.
96 days.
Solitary confinement as well.
Yeah, solitary confinement. So just the cell with nothing in it, right? For 3 months, 96 days I think it is. And it got me thinking, 9 hours was a genuine struggle. By the end of the 9 hours, I was emotionally really fucking drained. I was like 9 hours of no contact, no conversation, no entertainment, no interaction, no stimulation, no nothing. I had 4 wanks, and I can't. And it's really difficult to have a wank in a cell with a camera on you. You gotta turn your back.
Listen, I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere.
Tattle, probably. They would fucking love that.
Anyway.
They would love that. How's Claire doing, by the way? Hi, Claire. We've got more information on Claire.
I don't know who Claire is.
Claire's the tattle cunt who said that she would never pay us.
Oh, would never watch anything.
Correct. Who ends up giving us loads of views because evidently she watches every video we do. She put a post on Tattle. Steve told me. Go on.
When that went out, immediately the day after, she said, at minute 24 on episode 10, Dan said, Dan went into a Tattle rant. Apparently he's a big deal on Tattle.
I'm famous on there.
Well, yeah, we are. They don't fucking stop talking to Paris.
There was no mention of what he said about her.
I hope she said my name. No. Claire, go fuck yourself.
That's probably DJ anyway.
Oh no. Well, yeah. Claire with the cock.
Yeah. So I when I saw Andrew Tate was released, I immediately thought, fuck, 96 days. I did 9 hours. Like 96 days, I can imagine would mentally change you forever.
I mean, I've seen the interviews of him come out. He's so subdued.
Yeah,
there's no cockiness.
Well, I think he's now beyond rage.
Yeah.
Someone stitched him up. I think he's now at a point now where,
there's nothing but revenge.
If I'm in his shoes, it's revenge. Yeah. If I'm in his shoes, it's right. Who was behind this? Who signed it off?
Let me go and find.
Let's go and have a conversation. Yeah. But 9 hours, guys. It was a tough one. It really was. But I made it through. I'm so brave. I'm so brave.
He did it. Rolls, have you ever been arrested?
No.
Got a speeding ticket, though, haven't you, mate? He got one the other week. He's got 2 recently.
No.
Hang on.
Yes. It flashed.
Okay.
And I didn't get a ticket.
Back the fuck up, the pair of you, right? Now, hang on a minute, guys. He's known as Captain Slow. He doesn't drive over 30 miles an hour. He had a car that wouldn't go over 30 miles an hour for such a long time.
The turbo was broken.
Yeah, exactly. So, how?
I was doing a 51.
51 and a 40.
Shut the front door.
51 and a 40.
Did you need a poo?
It was a it was a temporary 40.
Yeah, they put a speeding camera on a temporary 40.
There were some roadworks on the dual carriageway. It was 60. So the roadworks immediately lowered it to 40.
That gives you an idea. It was meant to be a 60 and he was doing 50.
Yeah.
51.
51. Slow down.
What? Fair play, you went for it.
So he got that ticket, and then he was driving down here the other week, and then the camera went past and it flashed, but he didn't get a ticket.
Oh, none of them work around you.
You're living on the edge, mate. That's who you are, living on the edge.
If he has one more, he'll lose his license. You better fucking
slow
down.
Up.
How many points have you got? Just 3.
0.
You got 3 now. Oh no, you did the course, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't.
I did.
Oh, I couldn't.
Well, it saves your points, doesn't it?
I'd rather have the points. Can't be asked.
Yeah, but then your insurance premium goes up.
I don't pay you. I haven't got insurance. Stick that one on Tattle.
Stick that on Tattle. Oh, you know what they'll be doing straight away? Ringing up the DVLA.
Yeah.
She hasn't got insurance.
Yeah, but it's okay because I got a private license plate.
Yeah, nice.
You won't know what it is anyway.
No, they won't have. They don't even know what that is.
No,
yeah,
exactly.
as if they could afford it as well. Oh, very funny.
Rolls, that's made me giggle. I'm sitting in a room full of crims, yeah.
Now, what would you do